Greetings, Earthlings. Let's get this freak show started. The year is 1987, April 2nd. I was born in California, then I moved to England. On the account, my dad was in the military. When my parents moved back to the States, they split up. I lived with my mom and my sister in Pennsylvania. We grew up poor and frequently used television as an escape. I got held back in kindergarten, was heavily medicated with Ritalin. At the age of 15, I decided to move in with my father in Ohio. My dad noticed my interest in movies and made me a huge movie list. At the age of 19, I graduated from high school and took up on a rare opportunity to move to Montana and train horses. That didn't last very long because the part I lived in caught on fire. I moved back to Ohio to work at Hollywood Video shortly after. That was one of my favorite jobs. You had to watch movies and tell people what movies to watch. I slept with my boss thinking I'd get a promotion, but a week later they liquidated the store. So I stole a bunch of VHSs instead. I wanted to pursue my interest in video audio production, but without spending a heavy dime. So I went to a cheap technical college called Hawking Technical College. Landed me a job at a local independent studio called Kinopix American. I started off as an intern and worked my way up to production assistant. Everything seemed fine until my relationship started failing with my girlfriend. I switched jobs to maintain this relationship. Working in a factory called Hirschvogel, which is a German car factory. I worked with a bunch of Germans, cleaning robots, and I still lost the relationship I had. I was 25 and single for the first time in 4 years. I lived in cheap housing on campus life, so I had lots of money all the time. I worked hard and I partied hard. But after a while I realized I had no ambition. I was just stuck in a green cloud in my head at this factory. It was like I had given up in life. But at the same sense, I had a wonderful social life. I felt I needed to break away from it all. So one day I sold all my life possessions and hopped on my fixie bicycle to head to California. I only made it as far as Indianapolis. Once again, I moved back to Ohio. This time I got a little mental help from my parents. But then again, I found myself working in a factory doing the same thing. Something had to give and break this vicious cycle. So I did something I said I would never do. I joined the military. I served 4 years in the US Navy. Most of it was on a ship, some of it was in San Diego. I was finally in California, the dream I've been waiting for, just not the way I wanted it. It's kind of hard to have creativity and independence when you're in the military. But hey, I'm out now, so I can have all the creativity and independence I could ever want. In a lot of weird ways, I've already lived quite the life. In a lot of weird ways, I'm just starting.